Hello, everyone. Welcome to the embassy. I am Chance, still here. We're still doing things. I know recently, if you are a subscriber of the page or if you're a new subscriber to the channel, we have just nothing on there. It's a blank, empty space. It has quite frankly not always been a blank empty space. There used to be some videos there. We used to post things like podcasts, and then we did more of like an interactive show, and then we started doing video game stuff. And well, we still are doing video game stuff, but we're just not doing those one-offs that we were doing before. Although it would be extremely possible for me to continue to do one-off series and to start putting my time and effort into these like one-off episodes, I just don't find them to be fun. I have never really enjoyed doing stuff on that strict of a time limit, especially when I'm not paying for an editor. The embassy is just us, and it's practically it's mainly just me who does the editing and the filming and the producing. So at the end of the day, and I work a full-time job, I work 50, 60 hours a week with overtime. So I just I don't have as much time as I did to put out one part stuff like I did before. And most of what I can get is just live recordings of live raw footage of an hour to 2 hours every 2 times a week, and that I decided to take the channel in a different place because of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show what I've been working on, what we've been working on as a group here in a second. But I just wanted to get some kind of brief explanation as to what the change in concept is overall. So we tend to play full video games. We've been doing it for a while now. We've been doing Embassy for almost a year, if not a year now. And when we started, it was, like I said, it was podcast and interactive shows, but we kind of grew out of that and wanted to do more video games because that's what we all have actually really. We really do love video games. Everybody loves video games, but we love video games. We love playing video games together. We love the experience of doing it together as a group. And it's always been a good time for us. So we want to stick to that. We want to stick to that rule. But now, as we finish the games, we're going to do something with the project after the game is ended, rather than doing stuff while the project is being worked on. These episodically type uploads. I'd rather do something that's complete and whole in the progress of what the project was, rather than bits and pieces of the project that are ultimately just going to lose interest and views over the course of 30 episodes. So with that, I've decided to make a change to something that is just, like I said, more long form. Might mean that the uploads are going to be a lot slower. I'm going to try to make them as quick as possible. But right now, we're hitting the progress wall. This is where I'm trying to get as much of a project done. I'm working on 3 projects right now, and I'm trying to get as much of these 3 projects done so that when one project comes out, you don't have to wait too long before the next project comes out, and so on and so forth. But right now, I'm pumping out like a series right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm working like on a television series. I'm filming the first season. That way you don't have to worry about what's going on. We get flagged for we get flagged. We go ahead and get the go ahead for season 2, and we start filming for that. Now there's no seasons in this. It's all going to be just single bits and long format videos. But it's going to be projects that are going to take some time, and I'm going to learn from each one and what it takes. So with that being said, all that out of the way, I guess it's time we show you what we've been working on and what we've been doing. And then I'll show you a little bit of the studio and so on and so forth. So here I'm going to just show you on my computer. We're not doing anything special or anything fancy here. I'm just going to take a fucking camera to my computer because that's the level of quality that we deliver here on the embassy. So a little bit about my setup, just because this is my editing setup. This is what I do every time I am editing. Right now you've got the camera that I'm working on to film that intro bit, it's still filming that intro bit just in case I need bits and pieces like this. I can come back and swap this camera out and you can see what's going on. This would be the hub. This is just everything plugged in. This is the external hard drive plugged in right over there. This is my iPhone. This is my Apple charger. And this is this fucking phone that I'm using to record. So it's not like anything crazy. And then you've got this USB-C, which just connects to the second VA, or the VA, I guess. And then you've got the power for the VA that runs back and through with the Apple charger. This is all mobile, just in case I need to move things places. And usually it doesn't have as much connected to it as it does this time, but whatever. So let's close, we can't close that. We got to keep that open. So let me go ahead and just show you what we've been doing. So let me open the external hard drive because I tend to keep everything in here rather than, on my desktop or on my Macintosh hard drive. I just wouldn't have enough space. So this is the Embassy. These are all the games that we have played and or just kind of one-off since we started. We've spent quite a lot of time on some of these series. For instance, one of them we've been working on for a while is this Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. It was filmed, I believe it was April. It was May, and we started in March. It was like a 3-month project or something like that. I genuinely don't know. Because I didn't name anything. Oh, look, here it is. This is literally it. Okay. Nope, this is not it. This is around the time. But no. Okay, so it was like a long project that we worked on for that time period. This is the Pokemon Platinum series. Everything in here is split into 3 specific parts. You've got what is the show cam. It's usually listed as the show cam. What a weird one to pick. Okay, so it's usually listed as gameplay, sorry. But when OBS films it, it pumps it out and dumps it out in a format like this with the title. I decided to start keeping these just so I could get the time of when it was shot. But so I used to not have that because I changed every name to gameplay, and it doesn't keep the original film date for some reason on this. So you've got gameplay, clean audio, and then you got show cam, which is just us. So if I open up this, let me zoom out a bit. You'll see that this is the show cam for us. This is Matt untangling his mess of cords.
We can take off these. It's because of this control.
And if we skip through, we eventually get to just a straight up raw video of us.
Yeah, I remember him.
Okay.
Yep, that's us sitting in the studio doing what we do, just playing a video game and recording ourselves. That's about it. Right? Okay, so you get the gist. Let me show you gameplay real quick so you can see how everything kind of syncs together. This is just meant for syncing purposes, but this is OBS recording a footage that has also got the same footage as everybody else. So this is a gameplay. Yep. This would be Pokemon Platinum. No spoilers here. Trying not to spoil much. You won't see it for a while, so don't worry. And this video will probably long be deleted by then. So that is, just filming process, what we've been doing. We also have a bunch of one-offs in here. There were series we tried, like Pokemon Legends Arceus. We did try one time, that did not go very well. You have finished projects in here. Things that I'm done with. This I'm not done with, don't worry. But things we're close to being done with. And this one's actually, there we go. This one's actually in our shared doc. So this is all on Embassy. But this is like projects I'm working on at the moment. Things that land inside my shared document usually are just things that I'm working on at the moment. This gives the crew, not that they ever use it, access to see the footage whenever they want. Okay? So everything in here is exactly as it would be. you have your audio, you have your gameplay, and then you have your show cam, right? And this goes through episode 16. I still have to dump show cam in, but it's there. And if we open it up, we got to actually download for this. So while this downloads, I'll go ahead and show you because it should automatically open. Go back to Seagate, right? How do I get back to? Oh, there it is. There's that open. So let's just show you another show cam real quick.
Yep, you gotta fall down the well.
This is the updated lighting for the area. I don't know if you saw a huge difference in the lighting from the last time I showed you the show cam versus this time, but we've updated the lighting in the studio. It looks so much nicer. And then I fixed this problem, but not at the moment, or not till like a future recording. So that is the show cam footage. So let me show you what we've been doing with the footage after we take it. So we finished like 3 games now. We're working on the third one at the moment. Why can't I get back to Seagate? That's so crazy. Okay, so boom. We're making documentaries out of them. Here I have footage and raw format footage, narration, audio, clips that I need, assets for the documentary. Same with that game, Pikmin, and this Animal Well one. Like I said, this video is all going to be deleted soon. So those who get to see this, thank you for sticking around. Thanks a lot. We're working here. Okay. So now you see the file system that we're working with. I'm just going to open up Premiere, and we will show you projects and how they're working, how they're being worked on. So right now I was working on the Pikmin doc about 14 hours ago. This is the intro for it. These are episodes. These are raw formats that I usually work on. This is just me taking those three. Those 3 different things that you see, and I put them and I dump them into a format, right? And here we can go back, and you can see that like it starts with OBS on the show cam, but it's taken in the same audio.
Right. It's so cool.
I don't know if this next one will be best with this controller or the other one.
If we played Monster Hunter together with you, me, and Chance, this is.
So yeah, that is that's just like the introduction of like how I sync the videos. I get them all to get the same audio as the clean audio, and then in the end, I switch away and it becomes gameplay. Yeah, so there you go. Easy. I don't like to do multiple projects in OBS, not OBS, in Premiere. So I just I just close it and open it. I know it's probably bad, but that's what I do. So let me take you to the real one that like is probably the most important, the NuzDoc. This is the project I've been working on for the longest time. So this one, give me a little bit. I might actually have to go ahead and do a lot more reworking than I thought, because this was my first attempt at making what is now the documentary style project we've been working on. And it genuinely, this already took me about 2 weeks, 3 weeks to do, and I'm not as happy with it as I was, or I am with like future projects I've been working on. But I'll play a snippet of this just so you can kind of get the gist of what this is.
Raise it up. We just have to keep it around party.
Oh, well, if you tackle it and it dies.
That's right, we're level 13.
After our first failed encounter, I guess we kind of make it up to ourselves. We catch a Wurmple that technically shouldn't have been caught. As you remember, our Route 204 encounter was Snoop Dogg. Oops.
Yeah, so that is it. Just narration over some footage, and you keep that up for quite a while, giving a summary of the story until you make it somewhere else. You know what I mean? You get the gist? You feel the dig? Yeah, so we're doing that in a documentary style. We're going to try it with a documentary style for now on. That's kind of the idea of the projects. I don't want to give away too much or too many more projects because I've basically given you all of them at this point. but there are some ones in the background that we're not going to talk about. Usually I have scripts and I have, key moments all written out so I can do all that, but that's just not as interesting as the actual editing footage part is. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and show you all the studio, what's updated, what's changed, and we'll end this video there. See ya. So I wanted to go ahead and update because, like I said, it's been a while since we've been here, and once again, I love to show off how we do our recording. There was a video at one point that did a pretty good job of showing off what our recording was, but I've gone ahead and privated that. Like, I've privated everything, and this video will probably soon be privated too. But it's just an update to the people who are subscribed. Here you have the general workstation, the bread and butter of everything. This is the computer. It's what records and holds most of the footage. There is two computers though. There is a MacBook right there. So the main computer, we record audio on through Audacity, and we record gameplay on through OBS. Here we have the MacBook, which films our Showcam, which is filmed on an iPhone, as I like to film basically everything on an iPhone. So this is just the general, recording station. Okay, now we get to where the, Matt and Jonah sit. So now we have where they would sit, I guess. You have your VA right here. So this is a general display as to what they are looking like, or what we're looking like on video and on recording. You have the switch, or whatever we're recording on. Usually we're recording on a switch. And then you have a backup of the secondary monitor so that anyone can tell me, that we're not recording, because there used to be points where I would not record. So, just in case, backup plan, Jonah can tell me, hey, you're not recording on OBS, and I'll be like, heard, and I'll start recording. Then you have some backup monitors that are just sitting here as far as just in case we ever need backup monitors. Lighting is a little bit different these days, a little bit less bright, and more center focused on people who are sitting in spots. What else have I added? A new mixer has been involved. You have, it's a smaller mixer. It's not as crowded as the last one was, and it's got a little bit less frequency mix in it. So you got this first one that runs back and runs into my studio area. You've got one that kind of strings up here for Matt. He always puts it there, and then Jonah will put his here, and both of them have their mics. And then you have one that runs back behind this couch for anyone who's sitting in the back area, so that they can also have a mic. So that is what the studio is looking like at the moment. So it's looking good. It's looking fit. And that's it, everybody. Really appreciate anyone who has stuck around to see what we've been doing, what we've been going, what we've been up to. I promise there will be new content by October. You hear me? By October, there will be something on this freaking page for you to watch. I promise that. So look forward to October. Maybe the end. You never know. Maybe I'll go for a Halloween special upload. Maybe. Anyways, thanks for sticking around. Hope to see you all in a few months. Peace.